Hey, welcome back to the podcast. Today we will be discussing Whiplash, a 2014 drama film directed by Damien Chazelle. As per usual, I have with me Daniel.
Hello.
And Finley.
Yo, what's up?
Okay, sure. Okay. Whiplash is a 2014 drama film directed by Damien Chazelle, and it focuses on the story of Andrew Neiman, an aspiring drummer who is invited to Schaefer, an elite school for talented musicians, by the brutal perfectionist Terence Fletcher. The film follows the relationship between these two polar opposites, as Fletcher pushes Neiman to his limits in the pursuit of complete perfection. Okay, so first of all, we should talk about one of the most important aspects of the film, which is the music. Daniel, how do you think the music helps?
Soundtrack is perfect. Honestly, right? No, honestly, right. So there's like two main tracks, right? You got like Whiplash and Caravan.
Yeah.
Whiplash is obviously, it's basically just a metaphor for just like insanity, basically, and because of like the fast-paced nature of it. So I think that's a really good track. And Caravan, of course, kind of is like the final track or whatever.
Wait,
yeah, and
these
that
are
kind
the
of
soundtracks that he plays, right, on the drums.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean,
well, obviously he plays others, but like these are the two like main named ones. Right?
I hate to be like pretentious here, but the music is like almost a character in itself. Like with like the drums, maybe the drum. I can't say it with a straight face.
That is pretty pretentious, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no.
But, yeah.
Really
Well,
does give
I
off
mean,
main character vibes.
I think I kind of Whiplash kind of portrays abuse in like itself. So I guess I guess you kind of got a point there. To be fair.
Yeah. No, I'll say that for later when we come on to realism and something like that.
Well, Finley, you saw the film most recently, didn't you? You saw it yesterday.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So like, what did you think of it?
I thought so. Obviously, Damien Chazelle. He's made.
Italian.
He's made La La Land in 2016, but that was obviously after Whiplash. But I loved that movie, so I thought, why not watch Whiplash? And I just loved the pacing of the film. You know, the cinematography of it. You know.
Yeah.
How one could be so obsessed with a certain thing, which was drums. Yeah.
I think the pacing was actually pretty good in like the whole film because it is
Definitely.
Generally considered, it's a short film. Like 1 hour 40 is like what I consider a perfect length for a film, right? But that like it works because similar to Birdman actually, which I know is Owen's favourite film. Like
not my favourite, can't lie.
No,
yeah,
but there is kind of drum beats. It's kind of like a drum beat rhythm to the whole film, which I guess kind of is like the underlying theme. But like in Birdman, how there's like drum beats to whatever he's doing and when he's walking and stuff. I think this film kind of has the same rhythm, and it actually like keeps that momentum all the way through to the end.
I don't like drum music, but I really like drum soundtracks in films. Like I watched another film recently. I can't remember what it's called. But obviously you mentioned Birdman. I find with drums, I don't know what it is. If your film soundtrack has drums in it and it's like quite fast paced, the movie's going to be quite fast paced and quick. It's just what it does to the film. And Chazelle's like he wastes no time in this film. There's not a non-intentional scene at all in this film. Every scene is necessary.
There's like no filler.
No. Which I it's like the perfect thing for me. Like I hate when.
And I love how the film, because its pacing was so fast, that it obviously got into the movie really quick. So from the start, it got you into you straight up knew that this guy was trying to be the best at drums. And
the opening shot by itself.
So I think Terence Fletcher was moderating or whatever, and then left, and then throughout the film it was really good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Finley, you also mentioned La La Land, which is Chazelle's other film. So, I mean, I guess we can mention because obviously he must be quite musical to have made La La Land and Whiplash.
Oh, definitely, because in La La Land it implements jazz.
Yeah.
This is mainly jazz as well. So maybe that's a common theme between his movies.
Is Whiplash really jazz?
Yeah, I'd say it's jazz.
It's like jazz swing.
He what's his name? Fletcher likes jazz.
Oh well, yeah, no, the Fletcher's not.
He's a jazz musician. Fletcher's a jazz musician.
Yeah.
As you see in like one of the last scenes.
Yeah.
Fun fact, actually, you know in La La Land, you know the character Ryan Gosling plays.
Yeah.
Manager fires Ryan Gosling, whatever.
Yeah.
What's his name in the film?
Oh, Jacob
Sebastian.
Simmons.
Jacob Simmons.
Oh right.
He it's the
He
same
is
guy
the
who
guy.
plays Fletcher.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I know.
And I don't know, it sort of gives off like, you know, firing, aggressive tone.
Yeah, and somehow because Whiplash never actually. Owen, all right. So
I'm sorry. It gives us a furry, really aggressive tone.
Hold on.
I was going to say something, but I just didn't.
Whiplash never got any initial funding, so what he actually had to do was like make a short film, and I don't know how, but he got J.K. Simmons in that film to play the character of Fletcher.
I mean, well, to be fair, a new director who wants to make a pretty, quite a studio film straight away for his debut, it makes no surprise that he wasn't funded for it. I think, yeah, J.K. Simmons, he must have seen something in the script, or
Yeah.
I don't know about Chazelle's sort of career, but I don't know how that passed across.
I think he made a couple of short films prior to that, so that must have helped him. And then it's pretty unusual for someone of like that beginner to get a big actor.
From what I've seen in the short film, I haven't seen the entire short film yet. From what I've seen, I think it's pretty much the scene, you know, where he first loses it.
Yeah.
I think it's that, without Miles Teller.
Yeah.
And without good cinematography.
Do you agree with the way Fletcher was pushing? What's the main character's name?
Neiman, Andrew
Neiman.
To be the best he can, or do you think that's just an awful way to do it?
I think it could be achieved another way, but a bit of hard. I think he like threw him in a bit in the deep end, like, well, yeah, a little bit, yeah. But
there's no such thing as an antagonist in this film. Like even if you like disagree with like Terence Fletcher or whatever, he's not usually seen as a villain. Kind of. I mean, I guess
it almost seems like to the end he planned all of it, so then you see him as as the best that he wants. You know how he was talking about how he never really found someone like this person he was talking about, and right at the end he finally found him or something. And he did that just for that.
I saw a video that explains Neiman's costume got progressively more and more like Fletcher's in terms of like colour. Like initially in the first opening scene, it was white, like completely white, as he's playing the drums for the sake of just because he loves playing the drums. But by the end, he's playing the drums because he has to play the drums, and now he's matched with Fletcher, who's not doing it for the love of music. He's doing it because he wants to be the best. And that's another.
It's essentially a film where the villain wins, if you think of it overall.
But Fletcher's not a villain, I think.
No.
In my opinion,
definitely
Fletcher's my favourite character, personally.
Yeah, I mean,
if we're talking about characters, I mean, the acting by him was amazing.
Yeah,
definitely showed off a very.
He won an Oscar for it. J.K. Simmons won an Oscar. So it must have been good.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons also played that guy in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
The guy at
Jonah Jameson.
Yeah. The newspaper article.
Yeah.
Fun fact of the day.
No, but I do think the acting was really good throughout. I mean, even like Neiman, you can see when he's like just like physically just agitated the whole time. You know the scene where like he's trying to get that double time swing like over and over and over again.
Yes.
That's just, you can see he's just so exhausted from it.
Also, Miles Teller is actually a pretty good drummer in real life. I saw an interview with him on Film 4. And he like knows all the positions of different types of drummers, how each drummer would drum. He's very like well versed in it. I think that's a really good casting choice.
I'm guessing
he started drumming. He started drumming at 15, and then he had to train 4 hours a day, 3 times a week for 6 weeks on the shoot, just to get it to that standard.
About the shoot was only 19 days.
Mm.
Do you know how insane that is?
The whole movie.
The entire film process was 19 days for that entire film.
They were literally doing like hundreds of sets like a day just to get it all filmed.
Yeah, I feel like Endgame was
Were they in the rush or
a
something?
year.
And
No.
like considering they only had 19 days, like the number of takes they had to do, they only really had like 2 or 3 takes per.
It must have to do with the next Sundance Film Festival because they got the funding for the last one. There must be sort of deadline they had.
Yeah. And so realism in the movie.
Realism.
What can we talk about that?
Yeah, it was realistic.
No, it's not. Apparently, it's not. I watched a video about Whiplash being reviewed by a jazz musician, and apparently they got most of the music completely wrong. With like the different terms they use. Apparently, when you know in the first outbreak scene, when Fletcher tells him to count in beats of 120 or whatever, and he says like, you know, you stupid idiot.
Dragon.
Yeah, no, but like like a cappella the beat go like dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Apparently, Neil was actually doing it right, like close enough. But Fletcher was saying like he's completely off, but apparently
but that's the whole point. Close enough wasn't good enough.
No, but it was like if you heard it, you would think that's 120 basically.
Oh right.
But
yeah, I mean, I was thinking more realism as in like because Damien Chazelle was the drummer, and he said it was kind of obviously this has been dramatized like massively, but he said it was like from personal experience, some of it. And just kind of like that's what I was thinking of more like realism.
I think he also said that someone was genuinely like, if someone in his class got like a cymbal chucked at them, or like a chair.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Try to take their heads.
Well, like Fletcher must
film?
Fletcher like he put a lot of trust in Neiman to duck under that chair. Like if it was me, I would have been gone.
It would hit you.
You'd be goner.
Yeah.
Brain damage.
So would you, Dale. Don't be on me. Like, no.
Oh, that's true. No, I'm taller. It would just decapitate me.
I might just bring this up because why not? You know, near the end, when Damien Chazelle likes to do that quick shot from one person.
The pans.
The quick pans. It's actually quite funny behind the scenes watching it because they don't cut or whatever. It's actually a proper cameraman behind it, and they have to tap them on the shoulder. And every time they tap, they have to switch quick. And it was
used more La La Land, I think, but this film. In fact, I felt like this film could have used that more. Than La La Land.
Although I really like the cinematography in this movie. Something like. Especially when he was playing the drums and it showed like him, sweating and his hands bleeding.
That shot of his bloody hand with his ice water was so cool. That was really cool.
Gotta say, right, one final point, right? There's some pretty good lines in this film. Like, I mean, like the script was pretty good generally. Like, I guess. The line about like there's no 2 words in the English language more harmful than good job. That's a good line. It's a good line.
For reference, Daniel has not been stopped talking about that line. It's a good line. I'll give you that.
I like that.
But it showed how Fletcher was a perfectionist. He wouldn't accept, and it shows like in real life. If someone says "good job" to you, you're gonna think, "Oh, okay, that's all right. I'll stay with what I'm doing."
I actually judge if people tell me good job. I'm like.
Yeah, but like if you're doing, I don't know, if you're playing. For example, if you're playing an instrument and you went out on the stage and you did really bad, and then they just go "good job," but in their head you were awful, but in your head you're like, "Oh, I did alright," and then someone goes, or instead someone goes, "No, that was absolutely dog shit. Get better." You're gonna be like, "Okay, I'm gonna get better," and then you'll just play the best that you've ever could, and then you become.
You'll be the next Charlie Parker.
Yeah, been next.
This is why I think some of it is a bit too dramatized. Because like, let's say you put months of work into something, and someone told you it was. You wouldn't say like, okay, I'll get better then, or whatever. I'll be like, what the fuck?
No, it depends on the mentality you have. If you take
you need constructive criticism. That's what you need. It can't be so.
That's why I still haven't got a job. I'm not saying I would prefer it. I'm just saying it would be.
Billy, get a job. Get a job now. Go out and get a job.
That's not up to you. If you applied to all the jobs you possibly could and then get denied from each of them, that's still not your fault.
Things shouldn't be so like, what's it called? Is it so black and white? Like you shouldn't be either told amazing job or bad.
Yeah.
It should be like this part was good, but maybe bring it up or improve it on this part. Just something to think about.
But okay. How Fletcher? You gonna expand on my point?
No, I was gonna round off the podcast.
Wait. It was also weird how Fletcher he acted so nice, like at certain bits, and it gave Neiman sort of like, I don't know, confidence boost, and then he's
a very deceiving man
as soon as he does something wrong. So when he got into the band first, he was like talking to him after. He goes, "Don't worry, play, relax," and Neiman felt confident and stuff, and he was doing it, and then that's when the iconic scene of like
also the trust that was broken was when Neiman like confessed about his mum leaving him, and then Fletcher used that against him. It's always like very smart sort of master plan to break him down. I
definitely felt tension when he invited him to the competition, and then he goes, "I know it was you," and then he played the different song. That was really cool.
That's awesome.
Do you want to shut it down?
It's just
okay. So
wish you saw in a cinema. Anyway.
Okay, so I'd like to get your guys' final reviews out of 10. How would you rate this film?
See, I've been putting out criticizing it, but it is a 10 out of 10 for me. It is a perfect.
I would say so for me as well. I really enjoyed it.
A masterpiece.
One of the greatest musical films of all time.
Thank you, and bye.
Bye.